Welcome. We are live from Insight Light as Love. We're so grateful, deeply grateful, and I do mean that to be here with you, to have you join us, viewers, on our 8th broadcast, and also the first of this month, which is Women's History Month. And I'm very moved in my soul to be able to share along with Terry on Insight Light as Love beautiful souls this month, beautiful women of wisdom, women of spirit. Yes. And we have two beautiful ones that will be coming on today. And I know that you will be enriched and enlightened, as our intent is to bring forth these beautiful women of wisdom in these times, that they may be able to share their gifts, their talents, their beautiful spirits. And also, as we have discussion after you meet them about what tools they may have in their toolbox, to offer us all as women and men, all of us, to inspire, to motivate us, to uplift us in these times. Okay, so again, before we begin that, I want to say, as always, I give the deepest gratitude to the divine source of love, light, and sound that animates us all. And also to give the deepest thanks for our ancestors, those we may remember, those we may not, and to the ancients for all that they have done and given in reflection of the source of life, of love that animates us all. And with that, I wanted to share a little something. And I'm a retired educator, right? And for the last 8 years or so before I retired, I had concentration in reading. My master's was in education, but with a concentration in reading. So reading is a way for me, that takes me to a different place. So I wanted to read something to you. And it's from a beautiful writer and a prose, which, as a matter of fact, where he is. And I'm waiting to have his book in hand with his book of poetry. So I wanted to share this with you before Tueri comes out and he brings on our beautiful, lovely women of wisdom. And it's called Love's Dream, because that is our intention. Insight, light as love. We all are one in this love. And this Love's Dream says, exhausted from weeping over the eons of ignorance and distance, you, the asleep ones, have wedged between us. My heart fell asleep. Mother God silently floated into her sleeping child's room and placed her butterfly kiss upon my laden heart. Like a cactus revived by desert rain, I was inspired to live again. Turned on by love's kiss, my heart said, "Get up!" I was a rooster crowing, "I love you," to the world at the sun's first ray. Freed from the illusion of separation, filled, ready to explode, I awakened like a gale wind set free. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. Love's dream, right? Okay, so one thing I know for sure in sound is that we need more love, more power, more divine love in our lives. We need more love, more power, rather than the power of love. We need more love, power, rather than power in love. So, that being said, I'm going to just Tuere, Tuere Chica. Where are you on screen? Let us see you today.
Oh, Barack,
How are you?
I'm so thankful to be here and such a beautiful occasion and our beautiful guest and Nora. I'm just thankful, so thankful for your being and the beautiful energy that you have been bringing forward. We just are moving in a light, love, living, laughter, lifting. I'm just victory at every move. So uh, let's grow forward.
Okay, then. So let us. I would love to be able to introduce to you, Tuere, and to our viewers, our first guest, who is she she reflects a word that I have in my room. I have in different places. It's joy. One of the highest right vibrations that we can have is joy, and I am graced that I have been led, to meet her and to be in her presence. And I just have to read something, Terry, before bringing her out, okay? And
Yes.
this is uh, the second book that I read of hers, and she will share a little bit more. I mean, she's done some biographies, but I want to read this because this book has impacted me more than I even know. This morning when I was preparing for today, and I was looking for the books. Right, this is the one because this is the one had an impact on me very deeply. But this I want to read. Joy Copeland, a Harlem, New York native and Howard University graduate, Joy Copeland is the author of the novel What Simon Didn't Say, which I read, which I love because it was mysterious, okay? And three biographies of Teamster leaders John H. Cleveland, Daniel L. J. Rather Tobin, and Clara Day. Her short story work has appeared in horror and crime anthologies. She resides in Northern Virginia with her husband. But this particular book I was so attracted to because it was mystical and it was about the psychic. And it talked about the energies of another woman, which came into this other woman, that she lived this energy through this other woman. It was just beautiful. Anyway, okay, so without further ado, to Eric, please bring out Joy.
Hello.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Joy. Welcome. Welcome. What a
Hey.
beautiful name you have.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Wow. Welcome. 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 It's just amazing what you've been doing. And wow. I'm so thankful for you being here and meeting you, Joy. I would like to share a little with you in the way of reading, just a little. I see that your love is extraordinary. The networking that you have been doing is extraordinary because um, not just a domestic mother, but the nurturer of humanity mother, the universal mother. And uh, of course, it reflects it in everything that you've been doing. And, of course, the best is yet to come. I'm so thankful that you, oh man, your energy level is picking up now. I can see, and that you're getting, the download for more action and initiation. You're able to initiate group participation, unity, and uh, solidarity. That's a beautiful thing. And all of the networking that it takes. I often say that, we talk about we need unity, but the glue that holds people together, of course, is love. And you are that, Joy. I'm so also thankful with this powerful strength that you have, this queenly lion is strength that is able to stick to your mission and stay focused in your mission and transmute everything that is, well, basically challenging and um, toxic energy, unwanted. You are a beautiful transmuter of these negative energies and bringing it to a higher level. That's a beautiful thing. Your expansion into the depths of human behavior is remarkable. Your intuition is sparkable and it pops up and guides you and leads you. This is a time, 2021, of your women. There's a aligning, there's a collaboration with women like never before for you in this year and moving into 2022. Of course, for the good of humanity, according with everything that you've been doing. This powerful mission that you're on, you have been just true to it. I just thank you so much. I'm just blown away with the level of, okay, let's see it. All right. So let's see here. Ooh, yeah. This is so good.
What do you see?
I'm seeing that this initiation for her this year is the most powerful initiation where there's not only a quantum leap in her intuitive gifts, but also in her finances. That's what I see. I see influential people opening doors for you, for your creativity. And really, uh, this really talks about, I'm trying to get out of this one page here if it lets me.
We're patient.
And yeah, I'm a patient of patience. But let me get out. Okay, so let's go right here. Beautiful. Joy. What I'm saying to you, dear, is that your visions, your hopes, and your wishes for your big dreams and goals, this is it. This is time. This is the time for it. And the aid and the support and the resources are right there. Don't doubt an inch, because you are a beacon. You are the need. Love's in need of love today. You are valuable to humanity and valuable to the heavens. And I'm so thankful for meeting you today. And I just want to hear from you. I mean, what I'm saying to you, does it resonate with you?
Yeah, I mean, I had a period there where I had put aside my intuitive nature, and then I found it again. So yes, I do think I'm growing in that, and it's always been there, and I just let it go, and I'm back to it.
And that's a beautiful thing, because that is the magic. I mean, of course, you got a brilliant mind, and wow, interesting. My program got stuck on me.
Oh.
Let's see if I can unstick it. These are all okay. Good. So the when I say the transmuter, see, a part of your mission is transmuting the lower vibrations to a higher vibration.
Mm-hmm.
When you were born, Saturn and Pluto were hugging each other together. And that is so interesting because when the pandemic hit the fan, Saturn and Pluto were hugging each other. Saturn and Pluto conjuncts every 29, 30 years. But this is a time that um, unused, unneeded structures, patterns fall. There's a death and a rebirth process. And see, this is familiar with you. At the same time, the Jupiter in Scorpio represents an expansion in the Scorpio nature, which is connected to Pluto, which is the ability to grow more and more intuitive and excel in moving energy consciously. You have to stay open. So the emotional nature, the heart has to be open. In order for that to happen, one has to face the dark night of the soul, do that shadow work, and melt away the fears. And you're not just here to melt away your own fears, but to share that energy of transmuting. I look at it as a spinning sort of a vertex around you, and it's continually cleansing. It's continually creating a catharsis on an energetic level. And when people come into your sphere, whether they want it or not, well, they do want it because we're all asking for love. We all sentient beings want love, and it's a loving, but you got to be tough love at times, as you know. Come on, Joey, talk to us.
and Troy, bring her forward with you, please.
I'm sorry.
Bring her with you forward on the screen, please.
Okay,
The two of you.
Thank you. Can I do that? Let's see. Oops. Add to stream. Let's see. I don't.
Not quite.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
I got her.
now
How about that? I'll go with her.
Yeah, go with her.
Beautiful.
Go with her,
and
please.
Let's get her back.
Yes,
Yeah,
get
see,
her back.
This is all okay, right here. Yeah, Joy. See, yeah, this technology stuff, I'm learning to get into my left brain a little bit, but okay, dear. Tell us about this is Woman History Month. And I'm so happy to be here. I just want to kind of stand back and I want you to just allow those living waters to come forward. The women that will hear this will greatly benefit from your presence.
Well, I'm finding that I have to use more, and this has been, a many-year process, that my feminine is very powerful. And many years ago, when I was in corporate America, I had to put a lot of that aside. At least I thought I did, but I really didn't have to. And I'm learning that I have such power with the feminine in me that, I'm using that in my connection also with other women. Over the years, I've done things like, well, this is personal, but I went back and like all of my doctors and things, I switched them to women.
Good.
I just had a better experience dealing with women on those things.
That's right.
It's I don't know from where we were as women many years ago, and I tell my daughter this, I don't think the women now understand where we were even 40, 50 years ago, 30 years ago, and into now. And I'm just holding that we don't take a step backward as women, because we did come a long way. Very practically, there were things that I tell folks, they don't really believe. We couldn't get a credit card. We couldn't sign for our house on our own. I mean, folks just don't realize, even in my lifetime, where we are now. And before, you had to put aside being a woman, and you had to act like you were a man to be in some of these positions. And that's uncomfortable. Guess what? Because I'm a woman. I can't do that. So, now I'm glad that women don't have to do that anymore. And we need to hold on to that. We really do.
Yes, Joy, because the power
Mm-hmm.
is in the feminine. The Tao tells us that, to pay attention to the male, but cling to the female. And, that's what was lost in the domination and subjugation of women for so many years, saying, okay, you
Right.
follow behind me. I'm the leader. God, ordained this and everything. And guess what? If the women have been following behind the man, then what does it mean that the first shall be the last and the last shall be the first? What does it mean that the tail? And, it's obvious now that a beautiful thing is happening. If women do not come forward in their power, and I would say in a balance of feminine and masculine, because, this is a world of duality.
Mm-hmm.
But, as you have plainly said, women have been coerced into being tough like men, being, so vicious intellectually at the close of the heart chakra, or being callous and rough and tough to make it in a man's world. But that was a trick too. That was a spell, because the power is not in the intellect. We have geniuses running the country and the world, but look where they got us. They have no heart. They're using their ingenious mind and engineering all kind of things. But so we know that the tree of knowledge, the tree of intellect, is not the one that we should eat of. We should eat of the life. I'm so thankful, because this feminine energy, and I also have all female doctors. I mean, you got to pay attention. Okay,
yes.
So
all right.
Hey, no, you got to, because who's sensitive, intuitive, and empathic, who was our teacher the first 7 years of our life? Who gives birth? But it's like that male ego has got out of control and got our world on the brink of pollution, destruction, corruption. And we're so thankful for you, mothers, women, sisters, daughters, that are believing in your truth and yourself. And I will support you. I mean, there are some men that see the truth, that, it's like slavery. We just acting like the slave masters, that we're like, as long as I got control, as long as I'm benefited, as long as I'm the head, I got a title authority, then I'm going to subjugate these like that, instead of equal. Now the new age, the Aquarian age, the Aquarian.
Yes.
Aquarian.
Yes, the new way. And just the fact, Tuere, that this platform is here, it certainly exemplifies that you certainly are a man who believes in that, and supports that by virtue of what's being done. And we want to go into a little further as well during the broadcast to talk about some tools in our toolbox. Okay, Joy, we're going to bring another woman of wisdom out to do a little mini with Tuere, and then we'll come back and then we'll kind of discuss some of those things together. So you're going to stay with us, right? Please.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because we want to have a discussion. We want you women to unite and allow the spirit to flow through.
Yeah, do a little bit of that sharing. So now our second woman of wisdom here is a lovely spirit that I've been graced to be a part of her circle, and we've done some circles together, I won't say red tents, but her own circle, and she's doing beautiful work, in terms of inspiring, motivating, and being so in touch with nature and Mother Nature and serving in a beautiful way. And so I would like to introduce you to Violetta. Violetta, please.
Hello, everybody. So nice to meet you and see
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So I'm wearing the rose, which is my emblem and representing Virgin Mary and high consciousness. And I flow with the rose because the rose is also the representation of our beautiful sexuality, embracing the masculine and feminine. In the ancient times, goddesses used to wear that around their yoni.
Yes.
So this is very powerful. Now we're in the time of, goddess Inanna, Ishtar, or Isis going to the underworld. But remember, she was a beautiful goddess of beauty,
yes,
power, sexuality, war. So the collective is like going, under, and we're trying to surf to bring, all those beautiful souls back up. And I'm really honored to be part of your show because I really believe in the reconnection of masculine and feminine. And behind me, I don't know if you can see me, but I have
before you do that, I want you to meet Tuere.
So sure. I mean, we're just glowing and flowing. But before we do that, I want to say that I intuitively knew you was coming, and I wanted to bring forth a representation. See if we can get.
Nana, thank you. I'm so honored. We're so connected. This is so beautiful. Wow.
The Black Madonna.
Oh, it came up because I didn't see it come up.
Yes.
Oh wow, I can't see it on my screen. Good. Is it gone now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tuere. We're so connected. Thank you.
Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are. And I'm just thankful for your perfect being, Violetta.
Yes.
Okay, let's just say it straight, and we don't have to debate that you are here as the Virgin at the gate. And the Virgin is responsible for the details. See, you love the details. And the Virgin, yes, has that humility. Of course, humility is a virtue, patience, meekness, but also there is power too. The African proverb says that humility is having great power with self-control. See, great power with self-control. Now, here's the thing. Dear, you're a full moon child, see?
Yep.
You are I mean, it is like communications with heart and soul. And the beautiful thing here is that modesty will get you everywhere. One of the lessons for you in this life is perfect love is loving that is not perfect. And your strength. Woo. Okay, so the balance of the water and the fire, they're both strong in you see. And masculine and feminine. You are the queen. You were born a queen. You are the royal queen. Everything about you. You walk raw, you move, you dance, and you're here to go. It's like Superwoman out of the phone booth, I call it. Mild Mannerly by Oleta, cool, calm, collective. And then when the emergency crisis happened, everybody is shocked. Woof! She comes out and she has to speak the true strong. The ability in you to inspire awareness of God in oneself, to inspire others with the knowledge, the feeling of self-empowerment, of being, it's like lifting up the weak, standing them on their feet, setting them free. I really like that your emotional
Hallelujah.
can be like, woo, you can be grounded. You can ground yourself so solidly and be the unmoved mover. This is necessary, see, in this time. And these four quadruple seasons of introversion that the Creator has given us was very necessary to prepare us for what's getting ready to come forward. And the energy is going to be moving so quick. If you don't know how to ground and you don't know your center, your source, it's like being tossed in the sauce and in clutter with no rudder on your on your ship. But I see you, dear, as really coming forward now with the moving more and more into the public scene and the social scene more and more now. I mean, okay, so it's for the greatest good. And, you have the mild meek, but you also have the responsibility of initiating. Your mission is to start stuff, to get the ball rolling. And today, beautiful soul, I'm so thankful that you are here because I want you to get a ball rolling on Insight Light as Love. I want you to speak to the women, give them with joy all of the insight, the love, and the upliftment that they deserve, and to liberate, because it's like, forget this, man. If you dealing with any man that's holding you back, beloved family sisters, any man is holding you back, trying to control you, then that means you've given up your power, and you might be fragmented from your source of power. And these powerful women have something to say to you today to help reawaken and inspire that. And I'm getting out the way. May you have the spiritual feng shui.
Well, there was something, Violetta, that you were going to show in the background. So would you do, yes, bring her forth and show us that, and give us
Can
some,
you see it?
some insight, as to what you are doing. Okay, darling?
Sure. So in the background, you have a representation of my higher self that was drawn by a beautiful Cuban artist, because I relate to the world of fairies. So what I want to say to women today, and I'm starting to get the chills, so spirit, aho, is with me.
Yes.
Every time I speak up, we have to connect with our guides. We have to connect with our higher self. And imagine that we live in a bubble of the 7 rays. You walking around in the street and you're surrounded by a beautiful rainbow. And so depending on the color that you vibrate, you're going to attract those people who are either going to reflect your color, or they're going to get into your color and merge to do a beautiful canvas. So that canvas, sometimes it can get you really low. So men can do that, men can be your trigger, but other women can be a trigger too, for you to really embrace who you are. Right now, it's very important for us as women to acknowledge our shadows, to acknowledge our trauma, but not live through shadows or trauma. We have to really merge from that. And that Tuare just nailed it, because I'm Cancer, born in July. So, we go through our emotions and the water, but we have to clear it with the fire and burn it.
That's
And
right.
try to go with the flow and acknowledge that the only sustainable way here is going with the wisdom of Mother Earth. Mother Earth is the ultimate mother, and we have that deep knowledge within us. We walk around and we receive information and transmit information from our heart. And Tori mentioned it. We have to let go of the mind. So meditation a lot. I spent a lot of time in nature. I just lay on Mother Earth, and I call her Pachamama because my training was among, South American shamans, but most lately Mongolian shamans. They
Okay.
all have a great reverence and honor towards the earth and the four elements. So right now, what we have to tune, with water, with fire, but also with air and with the earth, and find that balance to navigate and help the younger generation too. Last night, I spent a great deal of time around a table with youngsters, men and women in their 20s. And we have to let those young men or older men also acknowledge their emotion and also acknowledge their pains. I agree that the feminine has been shut down, but we have, to bring in all the good also in the men. So I really believe in
Absolutely.
I really believe in that harmony, because look at nature. There's not a tree or flower that's going to say, oh, you're not blooming, as violet as me. I'm saying violet because I use the violet aura to go around. Or I don't like the green, or, you're a little bit too rough for me. So when we're rough against each other, we eventually bring some smoothness and some tenderness within. So what I would say is, because I had a lot of controlling men in my life, but I had a lot of controlling women too in my family, is take it as a gift. Everything that's gonna everything that's gonna rub you, like water going over rocks, like ice going over the mountains, everything that's
Yes.
gonna be a little bit rough on you, it's gonna bring the beautiful diamond within. The beautiful diamond,
Exactly.
or the beautiful amethyst. I work with amethyst because I
Yes.
work with violet light and transmute. They're not born out in the middle of nowhere. They spend eons of years down below in the earth, going through transformation, transmutation. And one day, somebody's going to crack that rock, and boom, suddenly it's going to sparkle. And that's exactly
Exactly.
what happens to your heart and your soul when you reconnect and you truly walk your path, and you truly believe in who you are, and walk that embracing, all the gifts of nature. Because I love Mother Earth. I talk to the animals, I talk to the rocks, to the trees, to the water. I do fire ceremonies now, outdoor. So talk to the elements, embrace the elements. And if you can, even under the current circumstances, gather in small groups. Remember, to dance. What brings
Yeah.
joy nowadays is to dance. I don't know if you'll allow me, but I have a shamanic drum.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes.
You tune with the rhythm of nature. When you
Yes.
tune with the rhythm of nature, you feel that oneness, and you feel the yin flowing within you. So the yang lets go of the control, and then you're in balance. And we have the yin and the yang within us. We're just a reflection of Mother Earth, and we're just reflecting each other's. So all I would say is, be the gift that you're supposed to be for this world, because we all are unique and we all need
Beautiful,
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 beautiful
beautiful.
souls and
She's
those
breaking up.
beautiful
Yes,
hearts
breaking
to
up just a
shine.
little bit.
Shining, sister. You
Yes.
shining.
Oh, sorry.
Be the gift.
I said, thank you. I was saying, bring the gift that you are to the world. Walk the
Yes.
path, walk with an open heart, and release the grief and the trauma and the drama, and shine like that beautiful diamond. You came here to shine.
Oh, that's
I'm
beautiful.
saying, Nura, Nana, I mean, it's like, brothers that are listening, a message for you. If you want to get in contact with your soul, you better know who's in control. We're out. I gotta say, I do that. Nura, oh my God,
that was beautiful. So viewers, I know you received that message. You are the gift. In these times, you heard what this beautiful sister said. You are the gift. Be the gift. Open up. Be in nature. Embrace it. It loves you. Mother Nature loves us. Right? Beautiful,
Yep.
beautiful. We thank you for that. And also, going joy to you. When you do your writing, because I say this because it has touched me, it has moved me, it has inspired me. So as a writer, what do you do when you are building characters? What would you say to our viewers? Who was there, a woman or women that inspired you as you do your work and you create these characters that can move us, can touch us deeply? What would you say to that?
Well, I find that my characters are a composite of people that I know and people in my family. No one can say, oh, that's me, but part of you are in that, part of me is in that character. I tend to write about strong women, career women, and one of the things I do is I also get inspiration in my dreams. And I will dream about a character or a situation, and I would later get confirmation that that's the right way to go because it will come up later. In What Simon Didn't Say, the novel, I had a dream about a homeless guy, and he was walking down the street pulling a cart. And the next day I woke up and I looked out my window, and there was a guy pulling a shopping cart down my block. I'm in the suburbs. People don't walk around pulling carts in the suburbs. So I said, oh my God, that means I have to write about this because it's what I dreamt, and there it is. And that happens with me a lot. And so I just kind of go with the flow of what I'm picking up on a lot of levels like that.
Very good. Is there any particular woman or women that influenced you, per se? And
Grandmothers.
Ah.
My grandmother, she was a pistol. She was really a pistol. And her sister, they called her sister, she was a pistol as well. And this was growing up in New York City. In fact, I found a doll, and the doll is on my shelf, and I'm going to bring it forward.
Okay.
This doll looks just like my Aunt Bertha. And when I saw the doll, I said, oh my God, that's Aunt Bertha. You know, I have to have that doll. And it had a shopping bag to go along with it, just like she carried around the shopping bag. Oh my God. So these are the characters, you know. I find that in Borrowed Destiny, which you mentioned, there are two older psychics that live in New Orleans, and I have family from New Orleans, and you know, I find I also gravitate to having older women be wisdom figures in the books that I write. So that's important. They always show up, and I know they're coming. They're coming from my ancestors and my grandmother, and you know.
That
Joy,
is so...
Joy,
Mm-hmm.
you're like Harriet Tubman. See, a lot of people don't realize that she was being guided with visions. You know, that's the real power. We're talking about the feminine. When you got that receptive woman's intuition to visions and dreams like that, then you're protected, and you are guidance for many, many, many groups of people. You are the shero, and the shero must come forward. Oh, can I show that?
Yeah.
Okay, so oracles. You are the original oracle. Nana,
I
come back
love
at me.
that. I love that. That is so right on, Tuere. Indeed. And I would like to say this too, to viewers. In this time where so many of us are experiencing loss, you know, that, and I was sharing with you, I think, you know, Tuere, about a dear sister friend who in the same time, through COVID-19, so experienced the transition of her beloved mother, of her beloved aunt, who was again like a mother to her, and a beloved sister friend. And she, a spiritual woman of wisdom, she couldn't talk to him because she was so deeply sad, is what she said. And so I want to say, to that sadness that so many may be feeling, I think of my mother. I'm bringing my mother forward because my mother experienced the loss of her youngest daughter at 27 from colon cancer, and saw her physicality go to almost nothing. Yet her spirit was so powerful and so profound. And in that spirit of love, she brought my mother to her, and she said to my mother, God has allowed me to know that it is for me not to have physical healing here now. It's to go back and return home. And I'm all right with that. She said, I just want to be ready. That's what she said to my mother. And my mother said to her, my baby, I have seen in you a power of faith and strength that I have not seen. And so I say to you that I will take that strength and I will live that strength. And when it is my time to return, be there with me, for me, with open arms. And so I saw my mother go through, you know, a transition in her being with the loss of her baby, but live in a way that was strong. And she still sung her songs. She still danced her dance. She still gave of herself. And so I say that to you viewers, and for all of us who will experience that, right? That physical loss. But I saw that, and that has stayed with me, you know, as an example of faith, that we never lose faith in life, that there is that physical death we must go through, but that is not who we are, really. We know that, don't we? So I share that. And before we come to some closing remarks, and then perhaps, our beautiful women of wisdom can share, if they want to share, a way of getting in touch with them, right, Tori? But I wanted to share this because, again, being that reader that I am, that I love, I have been so moved. But I want to read something from this beautiful, beautiful story, a gift. It says, humanity has come to the end of a long, unbalanced era, one that started thousands of years ago, one that has been both creative and destructive, but one that has run its course and is running away with our future. It doesn't matter, viewers, all of us, where you work, what you do, where you live. Women know something that the world needs now. We know it in our bones, don't we? Don't we? We've always known it. I believe it is time for women, as was alluded right here, okay, to dig deep, to excavate our voice, to elevate our emotional and relational intelligence, and to transcend the limiting stories of the past. It is time for us to be the scribes. Joy, the scribes, which you are, Yes. And it says, and the teachers of a new way. Right, Violetta? A new way. You said it, Tuere, to dream a little before we think, as Toni Morrison said, and to stitch the world back together through care and inclusion. So when I dream, this says, of a better world, I dream of men, Tuere, of men fearlessly reclaiming words and traits that have been coded feminine feelings, like empathy, like communication. I dream of women reclaiming traits that have been coded masculine, like ambition. I am ambitious. Confidence, authority, right?
Yes.
Come on now. All right. It said, but what I dream of most is women and men mixing it up. Yes, okay. Blend it all together, tempering power and wisdom, giving muscle and prestige to love and nurture. That's my dream. That's my dream, it says here. And you know what? Iyanla Vanzant, familiar with that? Ivana, she says this. She said, this book speaks about the power of love instead of the love of power. So this author, Elizabeth Lesser, speaks to the value of finding your voice in the wilderness of these times and of taking a new kind of hero's journey. Did you say sheroes, Teray? Did you say sheroes? One that replaces violence and domination with deep feeling and courageous communication. And what a blessing. What a blessing that is. Oh, so we want to do some closing remarks.
I'm saying, this is, oh, you women have put some wind under some wings today. This is so great. Yeah, we can do some so yeah, we're gonna get, I just want to share a little quick something here before we close. I just, boy, the inspiration come. It has been since the beginning of time, women have really created everything, even the men. And even when the woman is in the background, she still wears the crown. You see, from the beginning, women had the power. Men came forward and tried to insurrect and make it their hour. But now things do change as the women begin to see, to free, to clear. The heart chakra opens, the vision comes to pass, the electric magnetic currents comes through her to bring the light for hearts to sing. Oh, no more shall it be that she's on her knee holding the egos and arrogant masculinity, facade and illusions and confusions in the community. We are now moving to the next dimension of ascension. So pay attention to the women around you and love them to life. Yes, do your best. Lift up the love in your chest. Women heal women, and the rest will be her story. Baraka, Baraka.
Ashe.
And so now
Ashe, Ashe.
we want to ask Violetta to give us some remarks, any contact information that you want to share.
Sure. So my website is called violettaheartandsoul.com. I do circles, I do private sessions, but most of the time I'm just trying to be in the be, in the now, and spread the seeds.
Yes.
Pat somebody on the shoulder and say, I let you grow with it. And whoever wants to share their seeds of knowledge and wisdom, like you beautiful souls, today I'm very honored. And I'm receiving those beautiful seeds in my heart. And may they grow as beautiful flowers. So sing with the moonlight, hum with the bees and the flowers, and dance with all the joy of life.
Woo!
Beautiful. Ashe. Ashe.
Thank you. Oh, beautiful. You have a drum, Tuare. Ooh, love it.
Oh yeah. Joy, share a little with us.
Okay. I hope in this coming year to be able to get back out doing in-person readings and book events. This past year has been difficult, but at the same time, it's given a time to be still and reflect more. I'm more into my daily meditations, which has really gotten me through a lot to be able to ground and center myself every day. And it has really, really helped. So my website is joymcopeland.com. And I can be reached on email at joycopeland@verizon.net if anybody out there is looking for an author to come speak. And I hope you get a chance to check out my novels, that one, and What Simon Didn't Say, and my other stories that appear in many anthologies. And I'm working on one now. So,
Joy, what's the title to the novel?
Let's get this.
I know Nana has a book in her hand as well.
That's Borrowed Destiny.
Okay, so this is What Simon Didn't Say. And it takes place mostly in Washington, D.C.
Wow.
And this one is Borrowed Destiny, and this one was the one about the psychics in New Orleans, and it also takes place in Barcelona. which
beautiful.
I like to visit the places that I write about. That's important. So you can say this year I didn't get to do that, but that's important.
This year we all
if
got to
I
visit.
may,
Yes, ma'am, please.
I'll just put on the camera. So this is what I'm trying to spread. This is my logo. You have the rose in your heart.
Let me bring it up a little closer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Oh, very nice.
Wow. That's a beautiful logo, and that's what the world needs now.
Exactly.
Love.
I will just finish to say that I'm working on a beautiful project, and your insight was really right on target. I'm building a home/retreat center in the middle of nature in South America. And I hope to be hosting lots of beautiful retreats for people who will be drawn, to union, to multiple colors and beauty in the world, and to really reconnect with that deep yin, with the softness of the yin and the courage of the yang. For me, it's always the merging of the warrior and the goddess, within and without. So that will be hopefully finished by 2022. Aho, and hopefully you'll.
And so it is. And so it is.
By the beach in South America.
Yes.
Wow.
We'll see you there. See you there.
Yes.
It is so.
This is just amazing. I am levitating off my feet here today. This is just so beautiful. Nana Nora. Okay. Insight Light as Love has brought forward some jewels today for family. It's brought forth some wisdom, some vibrations of healing and oh man, I'm just so wonderful. Joe, I just wanted to say that this introversion time that we had, it's like hibernation, right? What happens in hibernation? See? That's when we merge with the whole. We've been yanging out all over town with a frown, and we forgot the yin in. Mm-hmm. The yinning in was created to give us a balance to deal with what's getting ready to hit the fan in the new year in Aries, and it's going to be so intense. But we're ready. We're world servers. Nana, you want to take us out?
Well, you know what you just said. I listened to something very beautiful about Carolyn Meese, and she mentioned, the importance of now, that there are these celestial energies that are more available to us at this time, which and that this mind open up to the internet within. And I said, yes, bring it. She said, and allow the download of the divine that is available to us in these times. And I could just relate to that internet, the weave, let it weave us. And in this perfect time, like you say, of hibernation, that so many of us have been spiraling up, sparked up, with creativity. And so it is our obligation, our responsibility, no matter what is going on, to take hold and open up to that creative force that we are. We are a force, but that force is of divine love. And that's what we must continue to bring forward. I am so grateful. I'm grateful for the love that has been shown. I'm grateful for the works yet to be done. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and I could go on and on, but we only have so much time. Okay, so again, gratitude. I love you. I love you. And I thank you so much, beautiful women of wisdom that are here with us and in our view. And then in you, Tuere, and all the beautiful men that we are going to, shine our light on and say, we are here, we women of wisdom, we women of wonder. We are here and we honor that. We honor it in ourselves. And because of that, we're going to bring it to ourselves as well. And together we shine.
Exactly. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Thank you, Nana.
Bliss and joy. Peace and bliss.
Yes. See you next time.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. The healing sound bath, everything today are full expression of Goddess love. Thank you so very much.
You're
I'm
welcome. And
I'm happy, man.
Welcome
We got to
in
do this
spring
again.
very soon. And spring equinox. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Grateful.